everybody, welcome back to LovelyGirlieBits. I know I have the actual fullest face of makeup that any human person can have on their face right now. Look, I have smoky eyes and really glowy skin and cheeks and everything, and I just love it. So today I just wanted to do a look featuring these eyes from this palette, the Smashbox Double Exposure palette. And as you know, I've been in love with this palette for ages now, and I just love these. They're my favourite shades ever. And just because I have green eyes, but also the purples are great for everyday wear. But these three, those ones are my favourite for doing this really easy, quick and easy smoky eye. And I wore it in my, what was it? My monthly favourites videos, I think. Monthly favourites? Yeah. Oh yeah, it was. And then everyone was like going, yeah, that's great and all, but what's on your eyes? What's on your eyes? And I've done a few blog posts featuring this look while I've been trying out other products, and everyone's like, what's on your eyes? So I just thought I would do it. This is so easy, so quick. Yeah, I used a lot of blending brushes, but that's just because they're all freshly washed and because I can. Otherwise I wouldn't use as many brushes as I have. And I just love this look for going out, and it just looks like you've made an effort when all you've done is just slapped on a couple of colours, done a bit of black liner on the waterline, and yeah, just easy peasy. If you want to see how to do this look, then keep on watching. First of all, I'm going to prime my face with my Smashbox primer water stuff, and it's lovely. It's like really cool and refreshing on the outer skin, and then I'd like to let it sink in like so. And then for my base, I'm going to use my L'Occitane BB cream, which I reviewed recently on the blog, along with my Nema brush, and I just love these two together. The L'Occitane BB cream, it just gives the most gorgeous natural looking skin finish on your face, but also it gives your face like a really gorgeous glow as well. I have a full review on that, I'll leave that link below. Then it's time for the Anastasia the brow pomade, which I'm a bit scared of because it can kind of go a bit heavy handed, but this is how I do my brows very badly. I'm really crap at my brows and stuff, especially when it comes to using this, but I always feel like I need a stronger brow when I'm doing a smoky look like this. So I use my angle brush, use that, hope for the best, and then if I got a bit heavy handed, use a spoolie to brush everything through. And then time to prime the lids with the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer, and you can see that this is like a beige colour, and it evens out the skin tone on the eyelids, gives a nice sticky base for your eyeshadows to work on. And I use this brown shadow from the Double Exposure palette into the crease. Now this is going to be our transition colour, and I use a small little blending brush to apply that as so. And then I blend it. Blend like a mofo, that is my motto. And I use a fluffy blending brush to blend that. And then I decided to use that same fluffy blending brush to add more of the brown, just to kind of diffuse everything and to make it a nice transition colour for the next shades that we're going to apply. So I just blend like a mofo, and I'm just slapping my eyes now with the brush, to be honest. And so I love this colour. It's like a really nice burgundy purpley colour, and I use that on the original blending brush because it's kind of smaller, it can be a little bit more precise. So I concentrate that right in the crease and on the outer corner. I just love this. Like, you can already see how it makes my eye look greener already. I just think I love this shade so bloody much. Like, look at my eyes, look at them. So I applied that, as I said, on the outer corner. Blend like a mofo. I just love to blend, and it just makes if you spend time blending, it just saves your life when it comes to that. And now I'm going to use Smashbox primer water again on this flat brush to make this shade more metallic when it goes onto the eye. And look at it, that shade just makes my life so happy. So I packed that shade onto the lid, and just make sure you get right into where the lashes are, and like just up to the crease. And the shade just makes me happy. So then I use the small blending brush to blend the edges, just to make it all look seamless. You want it to make it look like you know what you're doing, even though you really don't. So then I decided to take some of that metallic shade and dry onto that brush, just to blend those edges, just to make everything look seamless, like so. See? Doesn't it look seamless? I'm going to say seamless about 72 times. So on a flat brush, a flat top brush like that, I'm going to use this shade to kind of define the lower lash line. And you can use an angle brush, you don't need to use, this is a NARS brush that I got years ago, but I use it just for that, and I kind of take it all along the lower lash line, like so. And then using a pencil brush, which is crap that I got from eBay and it's quite scratchy, I use the metallic shade just to blend everything out, buff everything out. So basically what you're going to do is, like, whatever you've used on the upper lids, you're going to use on the lower lids as well. Not the lower lids, like under your lower lashes. Yeah. I just love that shade. It's gorgeous. So blend everything like so. And then I decided, no, need to make it nicer. So I took that original brown shade that we used in the crease and just softly used the tiniest amount just under my lower lashes, and then just to make sure everything was blended. You want to make sure it all looks gorgeous. Does it look gorgeous? I think it looks gorgeous. Time to define the eyes. So I took that flat top brush again with the black shade, and rather than use a liner, I decided to take that along the upper lash line and kind of, you can see me kind of flicking it up, and it kind of smudges it a little bit, because I find that with my eyes, I can't, if I wear eyeliner, like thick black liner, just you can't see any of the colours that I put on my lids. So this is the thing that I do all the time, and I'm going to take it onto the lower lash line as well and connect it to the outer corner in the top lash line as well, and then just blend everything. Nothing is going to look harsh in this look. It's all going to look soft and blended like so. Love this eye pencil from Kevyn Aucoin. Oh my god, it's the blackest eyeliner I've ever used in the history of my life. Look at it. Like, would you just look at it and look at me poking myself in the eye? No. And then I decided to try and waterline. Trying to do waterlining on bloody camera is so hard. I kind of close my eyes and I tilt the liner up towards the upper waterline. Make sure to smudge that right into the lashes, and then make sure you get this part of your eye as well, from the inner corner to where your lashes start, because it will just kind of complete the whole look and make your eyes look, see, like that, like look, liner is the best thing. So I just decided to apply that onto the top outer corner as well of the upper lash line, just to add a little something. Look, Smashbox Full Exposure Waterproof Mascara. Holy Moses, I love this stuff so much. I've been hairing my way through it for the past couple of weeks, and I'm going to do a full review on this because it just gives proper, it looks like normal mascara, like, and I'm not usually a fan of waterproof. Now when it comes to smoky looks, I always try to apply, see, look at that mascara, oh my god. I like to apply it on the outer corners of the outer edges of the lashes to kind of give the illusion of a feline flick, and then also make sure you get your hair out your face and apply it to the lower lash line as well. Lower lashes instead. Just lower it, look. Then to use the Maybelline Instant Eye Eraser underneath your eyes. Just this tidies everything up. Not necessarily cover dark circles, but just make everything look nice and highlighted. And I'm just going to basically colour in my entire face, it looks like. Staying to me. I love this stuff, that's great. And because my Real Technique setting brush died, I'm using a MAC 224 just to blend it out. You can use it with your finger, it's fine. I just wanted to be all profesh because I had newly cleaned brushes, as you can tell. So yeah, that just kind of tidies everything up, and you can really use that to, if you made any mistakes under the lower lashes. With, I'm going to use the bronze shade from the Hourglass lighting palette just to contour the out cheeks a little bit, give a nice soft finish, soft glow to the skin, because when you have a smoky eye like this, you need to properly give your face like a bit of shape. And I just love it, it just gives like lovely cheekbones. And because I have a massive 5 head, which I would like to decrease to a 4 head, I'm going to put it up there and just make sure everything's nice and blended, and get the hair out of the face, and just make sure everything's really nice and softly finished. And I use these Max Factor blushes. This is in Lavish Mode and Nude Mauve on the cheeks, and I love using these for when I have a smoky eye like this, because you don't want anything that's too pigmented, that's too crazy, and these are the perfect neutral brushes that I use like that together. And those, oh, they just give the most gorgeous finish to the skin. Obsessed with them, obsessed with them. And I'm going to use the left shade in the Hourglass blush palette, lighting palette, just to highlight the T-zone and to set the under eye concealer as well. I'm using this on my Real Techniques powder brush, and obsessed with these. Obsessed. I love the finish that these give on my skin as well. They just give, like, make my skin look flawless. But that's always a good thing. Using the middle shade from that on a Smashbox fan brush to do that. Look at the highlight on my cheekbones, girlfriend. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because I always forget to brow highlight, I always take my cheek highlight up onto the brow bone. I think I'm obsessed with this look. It just gives me the most radiant glow to the skin. And the brush is so lovely to use. It just feels really nice. And I'm just going to basically cover my nose with that, do the cupid's bow a little bit, bit of the chin, and then just colour my whole face and just stroke my face with the brush like so. Such a weirdo. And then I got these two lipsticks from NYX, and I don't know which one to use. Well, I use Tea Rose, that's what I used at the end.
and I just wanted something that was kind of neutral but like had a bit of colour, and you can see it's fabulous. This is going to be on the vlogs this week as well, so stay tuned for that. And I like to just pat that in with my finger just to give a soft finish, and then use the Smashbox primer water again just to set the makeup. Hold your breath, spray, 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 let it fan, cough, and then you have to smooth down the hair that turns into curly bops when you spray your hair with stuff like that. Yes, very attractive. And we are finished.
And that's it. It only took about 10-15 minutes to do. Just easy peasy, and it shows that like you don't have to be afraid of like dark colours, because yeah, I have like a lot of eye makeup on, but it doesn't look like I've been punched in the face. Sure it doesn't. You know, there's sometimes like when you do like smoky eyes with like dark colours and it goes wild. Concealer is your friend. It helps you tidy up everything, and yeah, love this makeup look, and now I just want to wear it. But you know me and my burgundies and my warm colours, I love them, but this will go with any eye colour. And yeah, so if you like this tutorial and if you like this palette, then keep an eye on the blog. I might have a giveaway of one of these very soon. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos, like any of them. Got some cool things coming up in the next few months. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!